Did you ever think, Jean-Claude, when you were getting into martial arts, that you'd be sitting in Hollywood one day talking about gelling your hair?
Why not?
In the glitzy world of Hollywood, few stars shine as brightly as Jean-Claude Van Damme. Known to fans as the Muscles from Brussels, his rise to fame was nothing short of spectacular. From martial arts tournaments in Belgium to the flashing lights of Los Angeles, he carved out a legacy as one of the most bankable action heroes of the late 80s and 90s. But behind the action-packed scenes, his personal struggles painted a much darker picture. At the peak of his fame, Van Damme was living every actor's dream: blockbuster films, global stardom, and the love of millions. Movies like Bloodsport, Kickboxer, and Universal Soldier turned him into a household name. Yet with fame came the crushing pressure to perform, and those pressures pushed him toward dangerous coping mechanisms. The world didn't see the silent battles he was fighting behind the camera. One of his darkest struggles was his dependency on substances. Van Damme openly admitted later that he was spending nearly $10,000 every single week on cocaine. The addiction took a devastating toll on his career and his relationships. Directors began to notice the change: missed calls, late arrivals, and sometimes disappearing entirely from the set. On more than one occasion, production teams had to hire handlers just to track him down and bring him to filming. The situation grew so dire that Van Damme would vanish for days. In the middle of shooting, directors of big-budget projects like Time Cop and Street Fighter had to work around his unpredictable behavior, often costing studios millions. Yet the star's undeniable talent and charm kept studios willing to gamble on him. Fans worldwide adored him, but few knew the price he was paying in his private life. In addition to drug abuse, he also became addicted to sleeping pills, trying to balance his grueling schedule with constant travel and filming across different time zones. Van Damme struggled with insomnia. What started as a quick solution for rest turned into another crippling dependency. His lifestyle began spiraling out of control, affecting his health and leaving his career hanging by a thread. During this chaotic period, his personal relationships suffered just as much. He went through multiple marriages, each one marked by turbulence linked to his addictions and erratic behavior. Gladys Portuguese, one of his wives, stood by him through much of his turmoil. Yet even she admitted the difficulties of being with a man consumed by fame and inner demons. Despite all these challenges, Van Damme eventually sought help. He admitted his struggles publicly, something many stars of his era would never dare to do. By acknowledging his addictions, he not only began the long road to recovery, but also humanized himself in the eyes of his fans. He showed the world that even icons could stumble and fall, but also rise again. His career, though dented by these struggles, never fully disappeared. He staged comebacks with films like JCVD and The Expendables 2, reminding audiences of the raw talent that had made him a legend. Critics praised his willingness to be vulnerable and honest, especially in JCVD, where he played a version of himself confronting his flaws today. Jean-Claude Van Damme stands as a symbol of resilience. His journey from the streets of Brussels to the heights of Hollywood, through the valleys of addiction, and back to stability, is nothing short of inspiring. While many remember him for his flying kicks and split moves, his real fight, the one against his own demons, is perhaps his most powerful story. Behind every explosion on screen and every heroic role, there was a man struggling for survival. His tale reminds us that fame does not shield one from pain, and success often hides suffering. Yet it also proves that redemption is possible, no matter how far one falls. From martial arts arenas in Belgium to blockbuster premieres in Los Angeles, the life of Jean-Claude Van Damme is more than just a Hollywood story. It is a story of talent, downfall, and ultimate resilience. And for his fans, he will always be the fighter who never gave up on screen and in life.